Krista Larson Du Plessis was an All-American track and field athlete as a senior at Utah State with a 9th place finish in the hammer throw in the 2009 NCAA championships. At Utah State, she was a 2-time all-WAC honoree and 4 times earned academic all-league recognition. She was the first female hammer thrower in USU history to earn All-American honors.
My reaction when I first got the call was, honestly, I thought that they had contacted the wrong athlete. But after I had confirmed that it was me, I just felt very honored and felt kind of just that those feelings come back of pride and feeling accomplished for the things that I had done here at Utah State. Being recruited at Utah State, I think it started when I was in high school. My coaches on the track team had told me that there was a throws camp up here during the winter and asked if I was interested in that. And so I came and did that throws camp, and that's when I met Coach Matt and the athletes that he had at the time. And they just seemed larger than life to me. That was kind of the first time that I had really thought about the possibility that I could throw in college. And a little bit later, when I got invited to come on a recruiting trip, that was really exciting. And I came up and they gave me a tour of campus, and I felt really comfortable here. I had 2 older sisters that came to school here, so Logan already felt comfortable to me. But on the recruiting trip, I just remember walking around campus and just feeling like this was where I was supposed to be. So halfway into my sophomore year, my mom passed away. She was killed in an auto pedestrian accident. And that really made me analyze my life in many different ways, not just like what I believe, but it was, do I want to be going to Utah State? Do I want to be pursuing this major? Do I even want to be throwing? And ultimately, after so much support from my family and teammates and coaches and the athletic department, I decided to come back. And it was during that time that, because I was feeling these wide ranges of emotion, whether it was intentional or not, my coach and my teammates really made practice a safe place for me to express those feelings. And it was during that time that I really started to fall in love with the hammer, because I was really drilling it and I was really starting to learn it a little bit more. And it was something that, it was during that hard time that it was in some ways one of the ways for me to kind of heal through that process. And so that's kind of how the hammer kind of really became my love. Was it was there almost, it was almost there for me at a time when I really needed it. And so just drilling and doing different things that Coach Matt would have me do during practices and stuff really made me fall in love with it, and that's just kind of when it became my passion. A lot of different emotions going into nationals. It had been something that going into my senior year I didn't know was possible. Wasn't on my radar at all. But as the year progressed, we saw that it was a possibility. So finally getting an at-large bid and going to nationals and being there, I had a wide range of emotions, from super excited to sick to my stomach to super nervous to pumped up. And we got there, and there were 2 flights, and I was in the second flight, so I had to sit and wait for the first flight to compete, and which can be a little nerve-wracking. And went in and was able to, during trials, I was able to throw well enough to make it into finals, which was really exciting. And during that time, though, we had started finals and the weather just started to go downhill. There was, it just got worse and worse, and finally they had to stop the competition and say, there's some lightning coming this way and there's a tornado warning. I can't remember if it was a tornado warning or a tornado watch, but either way they had to relocate us to a different location as soon as possible. So they did that in the middle of our competition. We had to go and we had to sit in a stadium for about 2 hours, and which was difficult. And so just because it's in the middle of your competition. You have to be able to stay in that zone that you've been in as far as athletes go. You know, that's really important to stay mentally and physically ready for something like that. But we didn't know how long we were going to be staying there. So we stayed in there for about 2 hours. And there was a lot of tension in there because everybody knew this could either make or break them. But they escorted us back off after the weather had kind of cleared off, and we were able to finish our competition. And somehow I was able to maintain my cool and be able to be calm and confident. And I have to say that was probably one of the most calm and confident competitions I've ever been in. So I just really felt it was just a great experience to be there and be able to finish the way that I did. I was able to go and finish the competition and be very proud of how I finished. So, yeah. My thoughts on Title IX is that I'm grateful for it. Obviously gave me an opportunity to not only come and get an amazing education from Utah State, but also have the opportunity to get a scholarship to throw. And I'm super grateful for that. I feel very blessed that I was able to have those type of opportunities.